Hi Pragya, good
Hi,
evening everybody.
good evening all.
So here on behalf of Know Your Wellbeing and Bridgewell, we welcome you all this Independence Day. As today our topic is independence from long hours at the kitchen. So as I mentioned to you, we are celebrating Independence Day in a different manner. As India celebrates its 73rd Independence Day, we have much to rejoice. But some things have not changed much. Still, a large part of women spend their time in the kitchen, willingly or unwillingly. Moreover, in this pandemic, with most of us working from home, attending school from home, and limited and to some extent no outside food, the demand from the kitchen has gone up many fold. Nowadays, you will find social media is flooded with everybody cooking, baking, and serving multi cuisine at home. So, are we doing it willingly or are we doing it unwillingly? Maybe most of us are having good time at the kitchen, but many are not. Now, what are some of the challenges or problems that we have for those who think that it is taking long time at the kitchen? One is food has to be served all through the day, starting from tea to breakfast to lunch, evening snacks, dinner, and umpteenth number of tea, coffee, or juice from time to time. So, it is not a fixed hours that we have at the kitchen. The kitchen is open all through, or the counter to be specific. And we are there to serve for most of us who are taking that job or responsibility. And for many, it is kind of a guilt that is working. That since we are at home, because I keep talking to a number of people, my friends, family, as well as clients, they say that we spend a lot of time in the kitchen, either preparing the food or cooking the food or serving the food. So it's a long time. Then what else? It's one is the time. Next is the too many taste buds to be satiated. Some demands Italian pasta, to someone craves for Bengali's favorite posto. Biryani to Chinese, the list is endless. And those who are in the kitchen or those who know how the preparation goes will find it a task. But for those who are just having it or taking a taste of it, will not leave any criticism behind. So that there lies the challenge. Third, the timings don't match. School starts at different time than office. The lunch break for the school is different from that of the office working hours. Then there are long working hours. So here also the dinner time is not the same. Now, these are very small nitty-gritties that I'm talking about. But if you consider them at the kitchen or at the minute level, you will find there's a whole lot of thing that is involved. So here it has to be the planning, the preparation, the procurement. Either earlier it used to be we are thinking of doing something, we just run to the grocery store or we just run to the nearest mom and shop store and we get that. But now things are not the same. We have to plan it prior and we have to get those things or procure those things so that we can run our groceries smoothly without stepping out too much of the house, because in this pandemic it is advisable that we don't go out so often. This was a very small nitty gritty that I was talking about. Now, what is the bigger implication? The bigger implication that degenerative diseases are on the rise because there has been a rise in pollution and there's been a rise in the oxidative stress. Why? Because now, if we look at our lifestyle, if we look at the kind of food habits that we have developed, we don't have to go much earlier. We just consider our parents' time and our time. you will see the marked difference in the challenges that they have been facing in our age and the health challenges that we are facing nowadays. So I'll just give you a few statistics to share. Like over 30 million have now been diagnosed with diabetes in India. The crude prevalence rate in the urban areas of India is thought to be 9%, and in rural areas, the prevalence is approximately 3% of the total population, which is quite a number. Also, another problem that is on the rise is a large section of the women population are having PCOS problem, mostly from the age group of 15 to 44 due to lifestyle change, due to the food that we are having, and many more. We can cover that in some other day in some other sessions. So it was just touching upon these items so that to give you what are the challenges or problems which may not seem so huge are actually building up, and it can affect me or you any moment, because every now and then you will find that people are suffering from arthritis, blood pressure, or diabetes as well. So, Pragya, if you could cite upon some other that we can take over from here.
Yes, Sunitra. So I will cover a few points, a very nice point covered by Sunitra. I will cover a few more points on this. So I will share about what are the various impacts of long hours in kitchen, and how we are getting extra kilos in our body, and what we are missing, what nutrition we are missing, and what are the effects of oil utensils, and our cooking vessels. So I will cover all these things. So first I will start from what are the various impacts of long hours in kitchen. So food is as per Sunitra. Okay. So as per Sunitra, food is always necessary for our health. But due to long hours in kitchen, we are wasting most of our productive time in kitchen only. And there are so many health issues we are facing due to prolonged standing in kitchen, like joint pain, back pain, and muscle fatigue. This kind of health issues we are getting. So, if you are a working woman, then what are the issues for long hours in kitchen? So you are getting very less time to spend with your family, and what are the diseases you are getting due to long hours of standing? The diseases are obesity. We are getting blood pressure, arthritis, and even due to long time standing and sitting, we are getting varicose. The probability of getting varicose vein is more. So these are the various impacts of long hours in kitchen. So and the next thing I want to cover about how we are now getting extra kilos into our body due to long kitchen hours. So due to this COVID, so most of us are not getting time for workout. If we don't have maid for our householding work, we don't have any helping hand, and even most ladies are involved in IT work and official work, so they are not getting physical activity, getting time for physical activity, and due to that they are gaining weight. So if we are missing healthy cooking, so what thing we are missing in our healthy diet, I want to cover that. So we have so many colors in our vegetables and fruits. We have five fundamental colors in our fruits and vegetables, which we are like missing if we are not following healthy diet. We have blue and purple color, we have green color, we have yellow and orange color, we have red color, white color. And what is the need of this color? Why we need this color? So we need this color for our cell renewal process, for our skin, for our eyes, for our heart, for brain, bone, blood, for our hormones, and for the formation of various enzymes for our body. And this colors is necessary even for our digestion process, metabolism process, weight loss process. And these are very good antioxidant for our body, and it will also improve our immunity system. So if we want all these things in our healthy diet, then we have to follow a healthy cooking process. And what we need to avoid in our healthy cooking process? In our healthy cooking process, we need to avoid various kind of oils. Like nowadays, our edible oils are not pure. Those are fully processed and adulterated. So, if you are using vegetable oil, refined oil, mustard oil, or any kind of oil, all those oils are like not pure oil. And due to, like, if you are continuously you are using that, then there are so many degenerative diseases you will get, like cancer, cholesterol, various kind of heart diseases. And you will get hormonal imbalance. Like most of us, most women are getting nowadays PCOS problem, thyroid problem. These are due to those diseases are due to hormonal imbalance. And most people are getting obesity issue, weight gain issue due to this kind of oils. So these things we need to avoid in our healthy cooking. And what and the next one is utensils. So utensils are, these are the basic requirement for our healthy cooking. So we need to follow some fundamental cooking utensils for our healthy cooking. So most of us are following aluminium vessels, copper or brass vessels, or clay vessels. So what are the disadvantage of those things? I will cover here. So if you are following aluminum vessels, so aluminum it always accumulates in your body in a long run, and it will become a slow poison for your body. And when the ions will mix in your food, then especially the food contains acidic material such as lemon, tomato, those are very bad for your health. And it will create free radicals in your body, and which will cause various degenerative diseases like depression, anxiety, memory loss, and your disorder in kidney, diarrhea, and indigestion, the mouth ulcer, skin problem, eczema. This kind of problem you will get due to this. And if you are using copper and brass vessels also, it will react with sour food items. So those are also not very good for your health. And if you are using clay is good material, but nowadays the clays are also not good. Those are also not safe for cooking. So for that also we need to follow. We should, like stainless steel is very good, but we need to follow some. So we need to follow some good stainless steel for. We need to use some good stainless steel for our healthy cooking process. And if you are using even pressure cooker, most people think that pressure cooker, if we use pressure cooker, then we will save our time, we will save our fuel. But that is not true. If in pressure cooker the food is overcooked, and due to that, all the antioxidants, all the nutritional values of food are spoiling. Mm, and the taste is also getting spoiled. and it will also affect your immunity system if the antioxidant and nutritional value are spoiling. Then it will also affect your immunity system. It will and it will give you various kind of diseases unknowingly. So these things I want to cover in this. Anything you want to add, Sumitra?
Yes, as you were mentioning about clay, so clay utensil, what happens? The pores contain the food materials, and if not cleaned properly, when next time we are cooking, those pores, the food particles in the pores get back to the food that we are cooking, and that is one. And second is it is difficult to maintain because on a regular usage, clay ware is easily breakable, so that is also for usage that is not very convenient. This is only another point that I wanted to add
Yes,
regarding the utensils.
yes, true, Shinitra. So we have a solution for this. So me and Sunita will cover on this. So what are the solutions we need to follow for healthy cooking and for less time cooking? So what are the solutions we need to follow? Sunita, you can add some point on this.
Sure. So, as Pragya was mentioning about the use of pressure cooker, another thing that is to be noted is when we use a pressure cooker, what is happening is we are giving too much of heat and it is being cooked under pressure. So, what happens is that excessive heat and the pressure on the food, as Pragya rightly mentioned, not only spoils the nutrients, but what happens? That fiber also is lost in the food. So if you will find that they get boiled very easily, they become very soft. But otherwise, have we been using a steel utensil and done the cooking, they will be soft but not mashed. So that is the difference because it retains the fiber and the color also. So Pragya, you can add on to it.
Yes, so most people think that steel is very good for our cooking. If you will we use this in our cooking, but we need to use some good stainless steel. All stainless steels are also not good, so we need to those steels which will like which will give us good nutritional which will give us nutritional value of food, and which will keep the fiber content, the all colors, those kind of stainless steels are also good. So and even oil quantity, we can control how we will control oil quantity in a good stainless steel. That point also we need to consider, because when we are using a general usual stainless steel, then we have to use more oil. But how we will control oil, we need to consider that also. So, so Sumitra, you can add some more point on this.
Sure, sure. So as Pragya was mentioning about the use of oil. Now, what happens is typically the kind of cooking we do, if we are just doing a fry, apart from frying, even if we are cooking, so what happens if we have a very high ply utensil and the utensil is heated thoroughly from all sides and we can cover with a lid and cook it in a low flame, then with little oil also, what happens, the food materials or the vegetables that we are cooking retains its nutrients and it gets cooked in the same oil or same water that is retained in the food, and it adds to the taste. So what happens, we are keeping it low steam. Second, we are putting the lid on. Third, we are adding little oil. So that what happens, we are just adding little bit of water, whatever water content or the consistency we need for the vegetables or the non-veg items that we are wanting to cook. And accordingly, if we put the simmer on, and if we put the lid on, so that vegetables, if you see the freshness of a vegetable, like most of the summer vegetables that we have, all the gourd family, the bottle gourd, the snake gourd, and the pumpkin, so it will retain the, if you cover it with the lid, it will retain the water content, it will taste. So when we, on the contrary, if you have seen that in a large vessel we have been cooking with high flame with lot of water, so when the water evaporates, it so happens that the nutrients are also going. It might enhance the taste. It may, you will see the oil floating, and it's getting cooked very nicely. It may taste yummy, but it's only in this tongue. But otherwise, as our digestive system starts from the tongue, but it is only the taste that we hear, that we get it from here. But otherwise, it is all causing all the damage once it passes through the tongue. So that's what I could add, Pragya.
Yes, when we are following cooking, so we need to follow smart cooking. In here, we are in 21st century. We should follow smart cooking. We should save our fuel. We should control oils, and we should also think about how we will keep all the nutritional value of food, all the fiber content. Like example, carrot. Carrot, when you are cooking, what is happening? The carrot is so soft. We are thinking that we are eating carrot for getting fiber, but the fiber is not there. So actually, the fiber is not there after cooking. So we need to follow some healthy cooking ideas. If you are searching for any such kind of cooking idea, then you can always contact to me or Sunetra. We are here to help you out, how to save your cooking time, how to save your fuel, cooking fuel, and how you will get how you will cook us in smart ways by keeping your nutritional value of food, by keeping all the fiber, protein, fat, all the vitamins, minerals, all colors of food. Even when you are cooking, how what we are getting, if the red color, the purple color, all are gone. But in healthy cooking style, the all colors will be there even after cooking. So we need to consider that as well when we are following a healthy cooking. So you can always contact to me and Sunita. We will help you out on this. So we are done here with our session of Independence Day. So Sunita, we should conclude here.
Yes, absolutely, Pragya. Hope we could add some valuable inputs to your cooking style, and we can give you much more further solutions on getting independence from the kitchen hours. Join us for more such sessions. Then we can, and if you have any other suggestion that you want to hear from us, do get back to us. Then we will definitely cover up in our following shows.
Yes, Sunita. So I have already said that nowadays ladies are so busy. The most ladies are working lady. They don't have time for cooking even. And but we cannot avoid healthy eating. We cannot avoid physical activity. So the good health always starts from our mouth. So nowadays ladies are smart. They're ambitious, but they cannot avoid physical fitness and healthy habits for their good skin, good hair, and even for their strength. So follow the healthy and smart cooking habit in 21st century. And you can always contact to me and Sunetra if you have any query on this. So again, happy Independence Day to all of you. So stay tuned for our next exciting stations. So we are done here. Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, Sunita.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.